So let me give you some Xena basics, if you don't know anything at all about the show. To start with, I guess you kind of have to know a little bit about the backstory, but here's the thing, I don't know the backstory either. I didn't watch, as I've said, Hercules, and Xena was originally part of Hercules. She was there for like 2 or 3 episodes. But so originally she was Xena, the warrior princess, who was all like evil warrior princess fighting bad, and at some point she hooked up with Aeolus, who was Hercules' psychic, and then somehow switched over to Hercules because, I don't know, Kevin Sorbo's rippling muscles were... Oh, there's sirens. Yeah, so Kevin Sorbo's rippling muscles were more attractive, apparently. And then she went away into her own spin-off series. And so the pilot of Xena is... Okay, it's really bad. Don't watch it, because it's terrible. But basically, the point of the show Xena is that she's got this bad reputation and she's learned to do good. And so she's going to spend her life doing good. But who wants to spend their life doing good alone? So enter Xena's sidekick, Gabrielle. I don't know why her name is Gabrielle. They attempt to make, like, every other character on the show, almost, have at least a vaguely Grecian name, and then they have Gabrielle? I don't understand. So Gabrielle, or the pure of heart one, I really hate when people talk about characters who are all pure of heart, because normally that means they're really annoying and cloying. And Gabrielle kind of is. Yeah, I mean, she's supposed to be like the fast-talking one who can kind of get them out of scrapes, because she doesn't fight. Like, Xena doesn't teach her to defend herself, which is kind of a sticking point for Gabrielle. Understandably, because Xena is constantly getting in fights, and people are fighting her, and people are attacking them, and Gabrielle has to stand in the corner and just be like, oh, get him, Xena, go, yay, and it's ridiculous. Like, teach the girl some self-defense, Xena. And eventually she does, but not in the beginning. Spoiler, Gabrielle doesn't know how to fight, she kind of talks a lot, she wants to be a bard, apparently, at some point. Yeah. Oh, here's the other thing that annoys me. Xena has a horse. I think her horse is named Argo? Argos? It's a Palomino, if you were a horse person, like me. It's the yellow ones. She has this horse, and she rides it. She rides it all the time. She rides it everywhere. What does Gabrielle do? Gabrielle walks. I don't really understand the relationship here between Xena and Gabrielle, because Gabrielle is all like, ooh, Xena, you're so wonderful, I have to follow around with you. Perfectly wonderful. Great, go for it. But Gabrielle doesn't get to learn how to fight the people that attack them every single day, and she doesn't even get a horse. And then, oh, and there's a costume. We will talk about the costumes. So Xena wears, like, the famous kind of, like, leather stuff. I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, she's got these, like, knee-high boots and, like, the little short leather mini-skirt thing and, like, the breastplate. Gabrielle wears, for, like, the first 7 or 8 episodes, the frumpiest thing. I don't even know. Like, it's this long-sleeved blue top and then, like, more blue long all the way to the ankles, girls. Don't show them anything. Skirt. And she looks ridiculous. She's wearing like 5 more layers than Xena does. Like, either Gabrielle has got to be really uncomfortably hot or Xena's got to be really cold. I don't know, but it really annoys me. And by episode, I'm gesturing this way because this is where my TV is. By episode 8 or 9, they start to like adjust the Gabrielle outfit. And over the years, you will notice that Gabrielle's outfits get like skimpier and skimpier and skimpier and start showing way more skin. It's kind of hilarious. And because the show is so campy, they notice it, and it's great. But so, Xena and Gabrielle are your 2 characters, and Xena's the ass-kicker, and Gabrielle's the peaceful, pure-of-heart one, and they're BFF, and maybe more. Apparently, this is what I've heard, they kind of very firmly were like, oh no, Xena and Gabrielle weren't together. All the time they were making it, but at this point, I think everyone's pretty much been like, yeah, they're together. I think that's everything you need to know. Oh, I should mention this. Okay, so we're set in ancient Greece, in the time of Hercules, obviously. And it's kind of hilarious how the show borrows shamelessly exactly what it wants to borrow from Greek mythology. I mean, you have the places and you have figures from Greek mythology, but they're not really, it's like someone kind of opened up Edith Hamilton's mythology and stuck their finger on a random page and read like the bits that were around their finger, and that's it. You have these things happening all the time which are just grossly inaccurate, and you just have to go with it. So this is not really going to be the show for anyone who is any sort of like classical purist, but you probably would have guessed that from the amount of bad hair, terrible acting, horrific writing, and boobs in the show. But you know, just caveat emptor.